Hope you had a great lunch today because we're going to have a good afternoon. So, like I said, we've exhausted the bills on the agenda, but there is my understanding, you're right, I would like to refer, yes, to the floor leader, Mr. Majority Leader, Senator Respicio.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker and colleagues, I move that notwithstanding the House rules, we revert back to motions.
On that motion, wait, one moment. Senator, you
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, my first motion is to
wait for on that motion. Then you're right because I stopped right there. So
okay.
there no objections. Oh, thank you very much. It's ordered.
My first motion is to bring Bill 27-33 from the third reading file down to the second reading file for purposes of making an amendment, and the sponsors are aware of what this amendment is going to look like.
So on that motion, no objections, so ordered.
As well as Bill number 42 from the third reading file back to the second reading file.
Okay.
For another correction.
Another correction,
Yeah.
Okay. No objections, so ordered.
And Madam Speaker, yesterday, before we recessed, there was some discussion on Bill 3-33. And the bill was sent to the Committee of Finance and Taxation, General Government Operations, and Youth Development. And at this time, I'm happy to report that Chairman Nicholas and the sponsor of the bill, Senator Morrison, has an amendment to present to the body. And so with the concurrence of our Oversight Chair, Senator Nicholas, I move that this bill be taken from his Committee on Finance and Taxation, General Government Operations, and Youth Development, and put at the top of the second reading file. And then I would refer to him to make the presentation going forward when we're in the second reading file.
Hearing no objections? Smiles? So ordered.
And I believe there are no other motions at this time, so we can proceed to second reading.
So I would like to recognize the chairman, Senator Nicholas.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In discussion with the sponsor on Bill 3-33, we've come to what we believe is a suitable compromise and a proper balance between the need for us to repair our facilities and the need for us to also ensure that they're fully utilized. And so given that, I would like to at this time yield to the sponsor of the bill who at this time would continue the dialogue on Bill 3-33.
Thank you very much, Senator. Senator Morrison.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to first off thank yourself and the body. Also thank the chairman, Sir Nicholas, for working through some of these challenges and misunderstandings that we may have that transpired yesterday. But for the most part, Madam Speaker, again, we were able to figure out how we still could meet. We both have the same intent. We all know we want to support our youth and our community and programs in our village communities and to help our mayors and provide them resources. I certainly understand the chairman's position. It's never my intent to go against what his whole goal was to support these sports facilities. What's important here, though, Madam Speaker, is we are able to reach a compromise here and work through these differences. And despite what has occurred, it shows that as colleagues, we can agree to disagree, but at the same time, find a middle ground and help each other out. So, Madam Speaker, we had a very good lunch, and I thank you for allowing us to deliberate a little bit over that. So with that, Madam Speaker, on page 2, between lines 3 and 4 of the bill, on item 4, it shall read not more than 50% of the amount authorized in item 1 up and 20% of the amount authorized in item 2 and 20% of the amount authorized in item 3, respectively of this subsection, for the repair and construction of village recreation facilities and the procurement of sports equipment and supplies shall be used for the procurement of sports equipment and supplies, including but not limited to team sponsorships and uniforms. So, working closely, Madam Speaker, with the chairman, we still now give our mayors that flexibility to still allow them to expand their community programs, their youth programs within their community. So,
Senator, do you mind? Can we get a copy, though? At least, it's very important that the clerks at least have a copy of that. And I think the members would appreciate it as well, especially because, this is, something in which, like as you said, that you were able to come up with a solution here, a nice compromise. Huh? It definitely is monumental. Landmark. Thank you. So I'm going to take a brief recess to get copies to everyone. We're back in session again, and everybody should have a copy. And Senator, then we'll go ahead and take it from the top now that everyone has a copy and can follow along.
Yes, Madam Speaker, actually, a minor correction on page 3, between line 3 and 4, we put a new 4. So it's on page 3, Madam Speaker.
Yes. Okay. All right, has everyone had an opportunity to read it? No objections? So ordered. Thank you, Senator. So on the motion then to send it down to third reading file, no objections? So ordered. Senator, let me see, who is 27? I got to find 27. Okay, so we're going to go to 42. Who's 42? McCready? We're going to recess. The legislature is back in session. We've pulled up, of course, back to the second reading file was bill number 27. Senator Uggan, you are recognized.
Madam Speaker, I really have no amendment for the proposal. Okay, I apologize, Madam Speaker. I just received something from one of our colleagues. And it's in section 3. If I can request a 30-second recess.
Hasta 29 seconds. Okay, we're back in order again. Senator Uggan.
Thank you, Madam.
27, Bill 27.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'd like to move for the placement of Bill number 27, that's 33, as pulled back from third reading into third reading with a slight amendment.
Okay, you may proceed.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And I want to thank the legal counsel for bringing this to our attention. The question was whether it was a technical correction or whether, in fact, it really should be made on the floor. And this would be on section 3, identification of funding sources. On that paragraph, to delete the words in identifying the funds necessary. So it would read, with that extraction, Imagalahinguahan shall utilize his transfer authority as provided for in section 9, chapter 13, or public law number 32-181 to effectuate the authorization contained in section 2 of this act. So it's a deletion of the words again, in identifying the funds necessary.
Okay, on that amendment, which is on page 2, line 14, delete the words in identifying the funds necessary. Any objections? No objections? So ordered.
No further
on
discussion.
your
Thank you, Madam
motion then to send 27 back down to the third reading file without any objections, so ordered. On bill number 42, Senator McCready.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. After discussing with legal counsel, I'd like to make a proposed amendment for Bill 4233, line 11 and 13, page 2, and Section 1, it reads, contraband means any article or thing that a person in custody who is confined in a correctional facility is prohibited by statute, rule, or policy from obtaining or possessing, and is not defined as major contraband in 58-60A, Section 2. I'm not sure if everyone has a copy, but I have a
No,
copy.
not yet. I just got mine, so
You have a
one
copy.
second. So on page 2, lines 11 to
13.
13. Okay, so on the definition of contraband, or rather,
Yes.
yeah, that to delete the words and the use of which could endanger the safety or security of the detention facility, any person herein, or the public. Okay, and, all right, is everybody,
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
is everyone on board? Okay, so on the amendment, on page 2, lines 12 to 13, on the deletion. No objections? Senators, you're having a conference over there. Is there any objection? Oh, okay, real good. So, on the amendment? Yes. On the amendment? Yes, Senator Blas.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, with regards to, I guess, line 1 of the amendment, contraband means any article or thing. The word thing actually here kind of bothers me a little bit, kind of bothers me a whole lot. So I really would like to be able to change the word thing to item.
So the amendment is to delete thing and make it item. On that amendment. Okay, so, but you have no objection to the original?
No objection to that.
Okay, so let me take care of that first, okay? For the McCready's amendment, so we don't get lost in this.
But
It's going to be an amendment to the amendment. I realize that, but it's not quite the amendment.
okay,
His
I
amendment.
see what you're saying. So
You see,
go, we'll dispose of that, and then I'll
Yes,
make
thank
this.
you. I thought it was the
No problem.
amendment. All right, so on the McCready amendment is to delete the words, okay, on lines, specifically really lines 13 to 15. That's what it is. The words "and the use of," which could endanger the safety or security of the detention facility, any person therein, or the public. No objections?
No objection.
So ordered. Now, Senator Blas, on your amendment, which is on line 10, the word "thing" to then delete and add the word "item."
Yes, ma'am.
Any objections? No objections, so ordered. Senator McCready, then, on your motion to send down?
Please, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Then to send 4233 to the third reading file without any objections, so ordered. Thank you, Senators. We've completed everything now on the agenda. We will recess until 5 o'clock to vote this afternoon. We are in recess.